Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. I know it's a little bit different because you guys are hearing my voice and I'm sure you guys are definitely not used to that, but I attempted to do a video of myself answering these questions, but I just couldn't stand to watch myself on video, so instead I'm just going to do a voiceover. And with this video, I'm doing a Booktuber newbie tag. I've seen some Booktubers who I follow do this and thought it'd be a great idea for you guys to get to know me and for me to get to know you guys. Especially knowing that there are 260 plus of you here on my channel, and I just want to say thank you for subscribing and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys stay to see more videos that I upload. So before getting into the questions on the tag, I kind of wanted to introduce myself to you guys. You guys know my handle is Bri'sLittleReads, and of course I'm Bri, but I kind of wanted to explain as well about my username, LittleReads. I chose my username to be Bri'sLittleReads because I'm Bri, of course, and LittleReads was for the fact I don't read as much as I'd like to. I'm very much so a mood reader, and if I don't feel like reading a book for a month, I probably won't read a book for a month. And sometimes I get into reading slumps, or I lose interest in a book that I like to read, and I just don't get a lot of reading done if I don't set my mind to it. So yeah, that's how I came up with my username. I'm also a part-time college student and a part-time dog walker. I am 24 years old, but my birthday is August 23rd, so I'll be 25 pretty soon, which is kind of crazy to me. So now that I've made my introduction, I'll get into the questions now. The first question being, why did you start this channel? So originally when I got back into reading, Little Free Libraries is what got me back into reading. Every time I would go on a Little Free Library hunt, I would find some amazing books. And I just felt like I had to share it with somebody. And I thought, why not make a vlog of my trips to Little Free Libraries and all the books that I find? And I never thought so many people would be interested in watching the videos, but to my surprise, a lot of you guys really enjoy it. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Now, I definitely think my Little Free Library videos are very unique in the sense that I've kind of perfected it to being a video that I would love to watch, and I don't see a lot of other people make the same kind of content in a way. I usually like not hearing anyone talk and just the sound of the books and some ambient music. I have some other video ideas, but I can't say that they are really unique, but I can definitely say that they would be some fun videos to watch. What are you most excited for this channel? Mostly, I was excited to get to meet new people and people who read, since I don't really have anybody close to me who reads, and for me to share my opinions on book and such. So it's really cool to get to know you guys and maybe talk to you guys more. Why do you love reading? And I think like everybody else, I love reading because you get a lot of escapism from these books that take you on really romantic dates in a sense, and really cool adventures with fantasy. Sometimes it even feels like you're there with these characters who you slowly get to know, and also get to feel like you know them and are even friends with them sometimes. I definitely have to say that the immersion in these books are really the best part, especially when you get to absolutely love a book and feel like you never want to leave. When did you start reading? So originally, when I first got into reading, I was in middle school, My sister is 10 years older than me, and at the time she was a flight attendant. And with nothing else to do in those days, she got into reading, and me and her heavily got into the series Twilight. And from there, it was continuous paranormal romance books for the both of us. Unfortunately, when high school started, I got into a program called athletic training, and I just never had the time to read. So I stopped reading in 2012, I believe. Now, what book or series got you back into reading? So even though I said Little Free Libraries got me into reading, actually Dollar Tree got me into reading, because Dollar Tree sells $1 books. I would buy the books from there because I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on books I wasn't 100% sure I would get into again. So I took the safe route and bought the dollar books. And the book that surprisingly got me into reading was My So-Called Bollywood Life. I don't remember what the author's name was, but it was a young adult romance. And I loved that book so much, it definitely got me wanting to get back into reading again, especially romances. And after reading that and some other Little Free Library books that I didn't really get too into, or they really weren't my favorite, I would end up trading them at Little Free Libraries, where I would trade them in for really amazing books. And this was in 2021, in about March, I believe. So yeah, that's how I got back into reading. I definitely like this question. It is, what kind of books do you like to read? So indefinitely, it is romance. Any type of romance I am here for. Usually if it doesn't have romance, I get really bored easily, and I'm trying to get out of that. So I have a couple books that don't have romance in them, but we'll see how that goes when I get to reading them. Where do you read? So unfortunately, this is kind of a boring answer, but I usually read in my bed or in my living room on the couch. Our couch in the living room is super gigantic. It's almost like a lazy couch, potato couch I would call it. It's super comfortable to read over there, but I usually read on my bed because of course it's super comfortable, but also because when I get a chance to read, I usually read at night before I go to bed, and the main place to read is my bed. I would definitely love to get a chair for my room, but I just have no space at all for it. Now, the last question for this tag is, what does your book collection look like? It's really difficult to really describe. I have absolutely no room in my room for my books that I currently own, and they're kind of all just congested into this one bookshelf that I have. But my bookshelf does kind of vary. I have a whole shelf for historical romances or mass paper book romances. Another one that I categorized for just hardcover books, but those are mostly either contemporary romance or fantasy with romance in them. I also have contemporary romance, sapphic romance, gay romance, some fantasy romance, surprisingly a lot of young adult romance, and paranormal romance. I think you guys can tell that there is a pattern here in my collection, but I also have a shelf for those nonfiction and fiction that don't relate to romance, specifically for me to branch out of romance. And those are all the questions. So I hope you guys really got to know me and my book preferences, and just the overall feel for my videos and my channel. If you guys have any other questions or any questions you want to ask me, definitely leave them in the comments, and if there's not a lot, I'll probably answer them in the comments, and if there's a lot, I'll probably make another video to answer them. I have a lot of videos coming soon. I just finished editing this, and the last piece was to do a voiceover. So after I get this published, I should be finished with some other videos I have coming up soon. I also hope you guys don't mind my voice too much, because some of these new videos I will be talking, and some of them you may be even seeing my face. Maybe. It depends how I feel. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.